Hi, everybody. It's Petra with the Rebels Den, and today with me I have Michelle. And normally I stalk them and find out what they do, and decided today that's what I wasn't going to do that. So Michelle gets to tell us all about who she is and what she does. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited. Loving that you haven't stalked me. um, yes, my name is Michelle Burke, and it kind of boils down to what don't I do? Um, so I'm one of those types of entrepreneurs, meaning I am the multi-passionate. Um,
You are my people.
yes, multi-passionate. Um, where primarily I guide visionary women, spiritual women, women in business to connect to their soul.
Oh, I love that.
Taking you on that journey of exploring deeper within yourself. Because as women, we wear so many different hats.
Yes.
We wear so many different hats, and in the process of that, we lose a sense of self.
Yeah.
So it's coming back to that sense of self, reconnecting with your soul, and especially if you're someone who, like myself, has been in an abusive relationship.
Mhm.
You fully lose that sense of self, and learning who you are and reconnecting, only to then put yourself in another messed up relationship situation to lose
Right.
yourself all over again.
Yeah.
But it's not only abuse within relationships, but also the own self-abuse as women that we do to ourselves, and how harsh we are in looking in the mirror and saying, oh my God, I look freaking disgusting today.
Yeah, and it boils down to not being good enough. And we
Yeah.
don't get that just out of relationships with partners. We get that from everywhere.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah.
that from society, from our parents, from our teachers, from our peers, right? Like bullying and all that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
just
Then the comparison game where you're looking at a picture of someone on Instagram who is the same age as you, and you're going, why does she have no wrinkles?
yeah.
Like, why does she have no wrinkles? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, truly. And I understand, like my oldest is turning 27 today, and people are always like, there's no way you have a 27-year-old. And I'm going,
Yeah.
and so I get either stuck in that where they're comparing me to themselves,
Yes.
or and I've done that too. So I love what you do, because I've sort of had to become the phoenix multiple times in my
Yeah.
personal life.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, as women, like, we're constantly that phoenix. We're constantly rising and rediscovering ourselves and becoming closer and closer to our soul, our essence.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny that we talk about this thing. Just the other day I was talking to my friend, like when you're 30, you kind of feel that, oh, there's some change needs to happen. When you're 40, you're really stepping into that.
Yes.
Right. And I'm like, but you don't have to wait till you're 40.
No, you don't have to wait until you're 40, but it's like, that's, for me, the big transition happened at 35.
hmm
And then the next big transition, happened at 40.
Yeah, similar. Mine was 30, and then within the last 5 years, and I'm turning 45 this year. So I'm like, just pivoted again this beginning of the year. So
Yeah, I pivoted a month after my 40th birthday.
yeah. So let me ask you, how did you get started then? Because I feel like there's definitely some personal connection of why you started
Um,
doing this work.
yeah, so I've been in business for 6 years. And before I started my business, I was teaching. I was teaching at a private school for socially, emotionally, and behaviorally disturbed students, and I was miserable.
Yeah.
I was drinking more than I should. Like, talk about self-abuse. Like, I was abusing my body in all sorts of ways. And I set the intention, Labor Day weekend, 2012. I set the intention, as I was standing on the beach, that by this time next year, I will live here. I had no idea.
I was a therapist in the school setting, burning out, right? And yeah, and I got fired because too vocal, too outspoken, too direct.
Oh, yeah, parents couldn't handle me. Parents did not like me.
Yeah, so and I'll own that I did disagreed with the higher ups, and I said
Good.
something I shouldn't
Same
have said
here.
to the wrong people, but it happened, and I was ready to just fly the nest, if you will, for a cliche.
Yeah.
But, and I love that because people always say, go after your dreams, go after your goals, but have a plan B. And I'm going, no, don't have a plan B, because then you're just never fully committing to whatever it is you're going for.
Yeah.
Do you agree, disagree?
I agree. I agree. There were times though where, business struggling, bills had to, be paid. So yeah, did I sub here and there? Yes. But in subbing, I was setting my own schedule.
Yeah. And I so love that we talk about that, because anybody that's interested in becoming a business owner, entrepreneur, whatever, follow their artistic goals or what have you.
Yeah.
There's no shame in the game of getting a part-time job or supplementing your income as you build.
Yeah, because
what you want.
Yeah,
know that going in.
They're still gonna come.
Yeah, they will.
You can't call the electric company and go, "Hey, I started my own business. I can't, pay you for the next 6 months as I'm getting myself started." Like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and there's certainly safe ways to go about it. Build your savings account, do all the things if that's your jam, cool. But obviously, people like you and me, we're like, no, we're just gonna fly the seat of our pants.
And that's where it's being soul guided and trusting your intuition, trusting something greater than yourself.
Yeah.
And knowing that you are fully supported.
Yeah.
We all have faith. But how many of us truly let our faith lead us?
Oh.
Let your faith lead you.
Yeah, I love that. I can definitely relate to that in more ways than one.
Let your faith lead you. Because you're not gonna...
Yeah.
It's our own human brain that all those fears and doubts and worries creep in, and we sabotage ourselves.
Yeah.
Have the faith. Let it lead you.
No, I love that, and I absolutely agree. Intuition, for me, was tested years ago, and I talk about this all the time. But it's my big part of my jam is my son was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder. The only reason he survived is because I trusted my intuition, right? Yeah. And that sort of was my faith. I'm like, oh, I do know things. I call it the wisdom center.
Mm-hmm.
Because it knows things, right? Like, it's your internal wisdom center. Some people call it the compass. I call it the inner wisdom center because it does know things that your ego will be like, nope. And your intuition is like, no, go do that thing.
Yeah.
And your ego is like, but it's not safe. And your intuition is like, but that's your purpose.
Yeah, trust. It sounds so cliche, but trust your gut.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what most people don't realize is your gut is technically your first brain center. Your gut has more nerve endings than your brain actually does.
Yeah.
So it's trusting your gut, and you're in full alignment when you're listening to your gut, you're following your heart, and then the mind comes into play in, okay, let's figure out some of the logistics here.
Yeah.
Even that, we get so caught up in the how. It's like the how is all just going to fall into place.
Yeah. No, I love that, and I experience that too. And I think for the listeners, just look back. Anytime you didn't listen to your intuition, look at the outcome.
Yeah.
Just look at the red flags or the outcome that you didn't want, but your intuition said if you'd have done this, it would have all worked out. And it sounds harsh, I think, for some people, but
Yeah, we learn from our mistakes.
yes.
That's how we learn. That's how we grow. And if I was talking with a friend earlier in the week, and we've been friends since high school, so we're pretty blunt and straightforward with each other. And he was complaining about, he's an entrepreneur also, and he was complaining about, he works with a lot of recruiters, for freelance stuff, and he was complaining about the market and this and having things fall through and how it's a vicious cycle that he just keeps going through. He's like, why does this keep happening? And I'm like, it's you.
Yep.
And he's like, whoa, back up. What do you mean it's me? I'm like, it's you. You're the common denominator here. Mm-hmm. And that's like, it's so harsh. I'm like, yeah. When you keep going through the same vicious cycles,
yeah,
over and over again, the common denominator is us. So it's taking a look at what are you doing? What energy are you putting out there? Where's your mindset around the situation?
No, absolutely agree. I posted the other day, like, if you don't like your job, your situation, your life, make a decision and commit to that. And one of the comments were, yeah, it's that easy. And I'm going, well, I never said it was easy. I never said it was going to be easy, but it is that. You have to make that decision and realize this is not what you want. This is what you want. How are you going to get there? And you already know how to get there.
Yeah.
It goes back to that faith, right? Yep. To trusting yourself. You already know how to get there if you just still yourself for a minute.
Yeah, take that a minute to close the phone, close the laptop, turn off the TV, and actually sit in silence.
Yeah. So for anybody that's listening and they've been struggling with their intuition or trusting and having faith, they might be in a really crappy situation or not, but just a situation they no longer want to be in. What would you tell them?
Oh, I would tell them to go inward. It's about doing the inner work, and it's about also doing that shadow work and looking at those darker sides of yourself, those sides that we don't feel comfortable looking at, so we push them to the side. Like, okay, if it's a financial situation, where are you spending money?
Yeah.
Where are you, what is your relationship with money?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that you said look at your darker side, because there's so much, as you know, in the online spurs, everything's like love and light, and I'm going, no, this is not the reality.
Yeah, like it's looking at the darker.
You have to look.
Side.
You have to acknowledge that and just be really honest with you, which is probably, I think, one of those hardest things we can do with ourselves.
Yes, it's giving ourselves our own tough love.
Yeah.
And that's where I find journaling to be so helpful. And I know when I am resisting journaling, it's because my higher self is about to bitch slap me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm resisting. I know that I'm going to get a mouthful when I start, or an earful when I start writing this all out. But it's what we need to hear.
Yeah, it's always fascinating how we can be so honest with other people, but have such a hard time being honest with ourselves, right? I still go through this moments. I tend to be pretty honest with myself and also transparent. Maybe not online, but definitely personal.
Yeah.
where like I'm struggling and this is why. But it's been a journey. It's not like something that happened overnight. So then another, because I see this love and light stuff all the time, and I'm going, no, this is not
No.
how we change that. We have to address the things that trigger us, the things that challenge us, the trauma we've experienced, to whatever capacity that trauma is. So I love that was your recommendation. Look at the dark side, y'all.
It's more often than not where the answers lie. Then, oh yeah, I'm with you. I'm all for the love and light, but it sometimes is a little nauseating.
Truly, and I tend to be pretty optimistic to the point where I'm obnoxious about it. But I also know the dark side has to. It's the balance of the yin and yang, the light and the dark. Like it's a dance, if you will, at least for me.
And the balance of also your masculine and your feminine energies.
Yeah.
And being open to, so, you know, as women, we are natural receivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but we also, so many women have trouble manifesting and getting what it is that they desire, and it's because they're trying to control that situation.
Yeah, that's that masculine.
It's to a degree, yeah. But it's also taking that step back and letting the masculine take over and saying, okay, do your thing, give me what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing if you ask a man to go fix your car, you stick your head in the garage and say, how's it going in there? Yeah. It's okay. 10 minutes later, do you need any help in there? No, I'm good. I got it. 20 minutes later, you sure you're good? I hear a lot of cursing and banging going on. Yeah, I'm good. 5 minutes later, you're sticking your head in there again. And he's like, I'm done. Like, just let me do what I need to do.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when it comes to.
I love that analogy. Like, that is, like, I don't think it's ever been painted this way.
It makes sense because we keep, like, as women, we keep checking in. Like, how's it going?
Yep. No, I love that, to really take that step back and trust that the work is getting done without you having to be in it, meddle in it, or all the things, and just do something else.
Exactly.
And it's bath or whatever.
And I get that sometimes we want it right now. And sometimes it's because we physically need it right now. You're manifesting money because you need to pay rent and you're $500 short on the rent.
Yeah.
But it's also, I like to think of it as the screaming, because as women we can all relate to this, the child who's screaming because he wants dinner.
Yep. And
you're sitting there going, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. It's cooking. It's cooking. 5 more minutes. It's too hot. It's too hot. Like, it's not ready for you just yet. Yeah. Like, you're going to get it. It's just not ready for you yet.
Yeah. No, I love, again, such a great analogy, again, because it's true. And part of that, I think, with internet and technology, instant gratification became so much more than before. Before we had all the things, to where we're like, we expect it, and it's just not how it works. Like, I've been doing this for 5 years. I rebranded at the beginning of the year, and now things are easy, as opposed to before they were really hard.
Yeah, I'm in that similar rebranding, revamping process right now after taking the past few months and not doing anything within my business, which has been really scary. Not doing anything within my business and really going inward and looking at those darker sides and looking at, okay, what has worked in the past? What hasn't worked in the past? What over the past 6 years did you really enjoy? What haven't you
I love that.
enjoyed? What have we been telling you to do that you've been ignoring.
Mm-hmm. No, I absolutely love that, because I think whether you're coach, marketer, whatever your hat you're wearing, we're told to do it one way, and this is what we need to do to get the clients, and da da da. And then you're like, but I don't enjoy, like I do one-on-one work, but I don't that's not necessarily my jam, right?
Yeah.
Like I can do it and I will do fine in it, but that's not my jam. That's not what lights me up. So
Yeah.
why would I offer that?
Exactly. Oh, and then you get the other people, if you stay with like the one-on-one, where one-on-one is their jam and they love doing the one-on-one, but they've got a coach or a mentor who's saying to them, yeah, but the money's in group programs. The money's in group programs. You should be doing group programs. You'll make more money. It's, maybe it's not about the money. Maybe it's about the level of service that you want to give.
Yeah. See, and I love that, because I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of seeing make this much money, or this is how much money I made every month. Like I can't even with that world anymore, because it's true. I think it's truly about who we are, knowing ourselves of what we can give and how we can show up to be, for everybody to be their best selves in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounded good.
It's again, it goes back to honoring your soul, listening, being in your essence, and presenting. We hear it all the time, your authentic self. It's like you don't know who your authentic self is unless you go in and do that deeper inner work.
Absolutely. So I've told you at the beginning, before we jumped in, you can make whatever offer, whatever you want to share. There will be a blog post so everybody can sign up on it with this interview. So what would you like to offer the beautiful people?
So I have so many things that are coming to mind, but what I feel is perfect for this audience and goes with everything that we've just discussed is this new exploration that I was downloaded to me several months ago, and I'm finally in the process of putting everything all together. And it's called Soul Exploration, A Journey Within You.
Ooh.
So it is a 6 month, and that's why I'm calling it an exploration.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. It's not a mastermind. It's not a program or anything like that. It is truly an exploration of yourself.
I love that.
So it's 6 months long. The first month, we're going to be exploring you. The second month is all integration. Because when we're doing inner work, we need time for that integration. We need time to process and digest everything that we've just uncovered, because you're going to have a lot of oh shit moments and aha light bulbs and WTFs and all that coming up.
Yes.
Month 3 is all shadow work. Going into that dark side. Month 4 is integration. Month 5 is connecting the two together. So connecting, so now we can actually connect with your soul. And then month 6 is, again, integration.
I love that. That's
so within it, weekly Q&As, monthly lives, weekly group clearings, daily inner work, weekly activations. You're going to get journal prompts and meditations and self-clearing exercises. Just getting like tons of stuff.
I love it.
Tons of value. There's tons of value here. Bonuses. Ticket to a live event and 3 one-on-one calls are for those who pay in full. Other than that, 3 group, on top of that, I should say, everyone else will receive 3 live clearings and activations. And then my personal favorite, a play date with your inner child, a bonus call, play date with your inner child, where that's what we're going to do. We're going to get on a group call and we're going to play.
Oh, I love that.
We're going to have a play date. So whether it's coloring, being out, you want to be outside.
Yeah.
We're going to honor playing with Play-Doh, whatever. We're going to honor that inner child and we're going to have a play date.
I love that because I love that. Like the whole thing, I'm in love. I'm a huge fan of the words journey, exploration, discovery, because they kind of mean the same thing. Adventure, I use adventure a lot, because it's really about that, like take an adventure to get to know yourself. But the inner child is such a big component, I think, of most self-development work that I don't like the word should, but should be included.
And inner child has just been, as all of this was coming through for me, it just kept popping up. And I'm like,
well, we tend to forget because we told to grow up and be real. And so we forget about that inner child so very much. And it's such a huge component still to this day, even for me. That's where my art comes out.
Letting that inner child know that she's safe, letting her know that it's okay to, express herself. I had a couple months ago, a whole bunch of abandonment stuff come up within my inner child, and I was like, whoa, where's all this coming from?
I got that. Like that's been my theme since I was little. I grew up in foster care, so abandonment has literally been my theme my entire life that I needed to clear and heal and do all the work from. So I get that.
I was like, where's this coming from?
It's all in the root. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for this conversation and being part of the Rebel Dance interviews. God, speak.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And just sharing your work with us. So I'm excited to share your interview.
Same here.